How we all doing out there? This is Pete. We were gonna have coffee and cars with my friend Pete this morning, but the problem is I was busy, okay? I fucking work, you know what I mean? So, do we got volume, people? Can you hear me? I was busy, okay? I fucking work. So we got Chuck Dog out there. How you doing, Chuck Dog? Chuck Dog kind of reminds me of, when I hear that name, and I'm not cutting your name down, it kind of reminds me of Alpo Dog Food or Gravy Train. When you say Chuck Dog, you know, Chuck meat, Chuck Dog, dog meat. So don't take it wrong, okay, Chuck? We got Evelyn Rodriguez, Val. We got Val Kilmore, Derek, Eddie. We got a lot of people out here, guys. We got Chuck, we got Rich Reese, Sand Jockey Reese, we'll call him. One Night 77-7, Roger Pritchard, Torrance, Brian again, Troy, Timothy Simple, okay, and Matt. So we got a lot of people coming on board, and I appreciate that. Do me a square deal. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up. Very important. We got to get those thumbs up. Thumbs up, put me up in the ranks. All right, if you don't want to subscribe, I don't give a fuck. But please, let's do the thumbs up, okay, guys? I had a guy, I was thinking about this. I got a couple pickup trucks that I'm going to be restoring, and, you know, they call them square bodies now. They call them square bodies. That's the big name, square body. Square body Chevy trucks, square body Fords. There we go. Okay, so we're going to be doing those. One guy's making a full custom, he's going to be making a full custom show truck out of this thing. It's going to be pretty badass. He's really excited, and he bought the truck, you know, just recently. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a pretty nice truck. I would have bought it. I'm looking for a square body truck. I'm looking for a 77, 78, 79 model. Will I find one? I don't know. I'm not looking to restore it. I'm just looking to mechanically sound drive it. That's all. So I was thinking about restoring these trucks, and then I was thinking about, I don't know, about 4 years ago, I was going to restore a car for this guy, and I think it was an Impala is what it was. It was a Chevy Impala. And everybody knows that I make videos of the cars that I work on. Well, this guy said, I'll let you restore my car. I want you to film the whole thing. Now, he got me off my videos, I guess. I want you to film the whole thing. And when you post them on YouTube, I want half of the royalty money that you make off the videos. And I started thinking to myself, are you serious? You're joking, right? So, if I get 5,000 views on a video, do you know how much money I make? If I get 5,000 videos on a video, hits on a video, and you actually watch the video all the way through, because if you only watch 4 or 5 minutes of it, I don't get shit. And you have to watch the commercials, okay? Because that's where you make your money. You don't make it from watching it. Do you know how much money I make if I get 5,000 views? I make about $7.80. So I showed this guy, I said, come on in here, I want to show you something. Come here. And I got on my analytics and I said, here's a video That's got 5,000 or 6,000 views. I got $6 or $7 here. You want to split that with me? You want me to do all the editing. You want me to restore your car. Okay? And you want me to film everything while I'm doing it. And then you want me to split the royalties with you. Because you own the car. That's about the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. So, he naturally goes ahead and persists that I'm lying to him, and that's not how much I'm making. I'm making a lot more than that. I finally had to break down and show him the whole 9 yards, and this was my last month's check, and I had barely enough to make a truck payment. And actually, that was when the going was good. Nowadays, YouTube doesn't pay jack shit. Okay, YouTube's keeping all the money. Of course, that's corporation for you. Speaking of corporation, out here in Moab, Utah, we got BlackRock, big time investors. BlackRock, evil company that they are. They own half the world. They're out here with one of their subsidiary mining companies that they actually invest in. And they are drilling. They're drilling, test drilling, and getting core samples for out here at one of the old mining areas called Yellowcat. That was a big, giant uranium mine area out there. And yeah, me and Minnie have been out there. All the mines are closed off. You can't go in them. They got them concreted up and blocked up. So we went out there and checked it out, and it's a pretty big area. But they are now out there doing core sampling for lithium battery, lithium stuff to make batteries. So everything runs off batteries. You know, I was telling this guy today, I said, yeah, they're out here drilling. He goes, well, you know, electric cars aren't going to make it through. Well, they're not going to make it through right now. Let's go back to 1897. Or was it 95? 1895. When the first powered car was literally shoved into the faces of America. It was the late 1800s, early 1900s. We're not talking about the Ford. We're talking about, you got it, a battery-powered car. Did you know they actually had battery-powered cars back then? They had electric cars back in those days. So anyway, these cars were shoved in the faces of people, and of course, the only people that can afford them were rich people. And we're not talking electric cars. We're talking gas-powered ones too. Oil, gas, whatever. But everybody hated them. Nobody liked them. Nobody wanted them around. Get them out of here. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. It's total trash, and I'm not going for it. It took 20 years, maybe longer than that, 20, 25 years, for people to really come around and realize that the automobile and the tractor, the farm tractor, and everything and anything that runs off gasoline and batteries is the way to go. And that's how it is right now with this electric car shit. People ain't going for it. It's not going to happen. Just last month in the big freeze, I think it was up in Pennsylvania and several other states, got down to like 25, 40 below zero. And these electric cars couldn't charge their batteries. Now, these are like, you know, $60,000, $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 cars that people are buying so they can go to the grocery store, or they can drive it to work, or they can go over to their mom and dad's house, or they can go over to their friend's house, or they can go across town and jump in the jacuzzi in the gym and have a good time. Why the heck are you spending $100,000 on an electric car to drive around town? There were some people over here. I talked to them. I didn't have a camera. They were stranded in Moab because it was so cold it was on a weekend. It was so cold they couldn't charge the battery on their car. They were stranded here for 2 days. So good luck with your electric cars. I don't really think the electric car thing is going to go over in my lifetime. I really don't. But another thing is middle class America is, if there is a middle class America, and the greater population of consumers cannot afford to trash their gas car and go buy an electric car. They can't do it. And if you're going to buy an electric car, why would you want to buy a used one? Why would you want to buy a used electric car? So then after you own it for 3 or 4 years, you got to spend $35,000, $40,000 for a new battery because the warranty's out, and you're going to have to buy a brand new battery for this thing, or however much the battery costs, $15,000, $20,000. They did some crash tests on electric cars, and they found that on impact at a certain speed, the batteries will blow up. They will blow up and ignite the vehicle on fire. And if you're in the car with your seatbelt on, you probably will go up in flames with it. So there's nothing good about electric cars, okay? Speaking of cars, I got a collision job coming in. It's a Toyota Prius. The lady went around town. She hit a deer, and she got several estimates for $7,000. And she said that, well, I can't afford that, but I'll pay you cash. And then the body shops actually told her, she had 3 body shops tell her, we don't want cash. If you don't have insurance, we do not want to fix your car. So there's a lot of shops out there now that are refusing to do automobile repair to vehicles if you don't have insurance. They want the insurance, and I'm going to tell you why. On this car, now listen close, okay, because here's the big scam. Everybody is out to get anything they can get, okay? The world is turned into a greedy piece of shit, but here's the scam. Listen to this. So she shows me this estimate. It's $7,000, and I'm looking the estimate over, and there's all these parts on this estimate that they don't need. They got labor on there that is extremely overboard, out the window on fixing this car. I can fix the car for $2,800, and that includes the parts, and I'm making money. Now, she's going to pay me with a debit card. She's got liability insurance. All right? She's going to pay me with a debit card to fix her car. I can probably do it for $2,800. It won't be over $3,500. So we're looking at the car, and I'm going to show you this in the video, okay? You'll see this when I make the video set of this collision job. I said, this car's been wrecked before in the exact same spot. And she goes, what are you talking about? Look at the fender, it's black. I said, look at your engine over here. Okay, I'm pointing over here. And see that section of the inner fender structure, how it's rolled over? Look at the paint on it, and then look at the overspray on your engine. And she is like, are you serious? I can't believe this. I said, why? What's the deal? I looked it up on Carfax, and there was no collision repair, no accidents. I said, well, if you bring it to a shop like mine, or an independent shop that is not related to dealership action, 9 out of 10 times it will not go on a Carfax report. I asked her, I said, where did you buy the vehicle? At a dealership or a used car lot? She goes, she bought it at a used car lot. She said it was a one-owner car, had low mileage. Well, after serious investigation, the whole front clip was replaced. The whole front clip on this Toyota Prius was replaced. And she's like freaking out like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Her electrical box, this is a hybrid electric car. Well, her electrical box, where all the wires go and all the fuses and all the breakers and all the shit, is completely crushed. It's like shattered in pieces. If you hit it with a rubber mallet, it'll fall apart and break. She goes, well, I need to get that replaced to $70. No, that's not $70. The lid that goes on top of it is $70. The box itself will probably cost you $2,000 or $3,000 because besides buying the box, we have to completely take all the wiring out and put everything back in there. Okay? It would cost you a lot of money. The core support on that car is $700. The other shops, of course, these are professional collision shops. They're telling her that she needs a complete core support. No, she doesn't. All she needs is the left tie bar where her headlight bolts to on the left-hand side of the vehicle. Any professional collision repair shop will know you do not need the whole core support. But that's the scam that they are doing to get the money they want. There's no more honest people in the world anymore. No more. $600 just for a mirror R&R on a 2018 Kia Forte. Okay, Mopar Nut says that he had to pay $600, I guess, for a mirror. All right, was that a used one or an old one or what was it there, guy? Okay, so let's keep going. So you need to watch your ass when you go to these places. And you know, another thing is when you buy a used car, I'm going to be honest with you, 9 out of 10 used cars have been wrecked, have been fixed, and are there for resale. Do you really think a used car lot is in business to pay top-notch dollar for a mint condition car so they can sell it to you for minimal profit? If they can buy a car that's got front-end damage and take it to some fly-by-night bullshit body shop that's going to fix the front fender or pull the dent out and bondo the door and blend it and all this, they're going to get that car a lot quicker than they are one that's never been wrecked. So you need to watch your ass. And if you don't know what you're looking at, bring somebody with you that does. Okay? Roger Exploration Uncensored says new cars have been damaged and repaired as well. That is very true. I restored a Cadillac for this guy. This was many, many years ago. It was a Escalante. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. A 79 model Cadillac Escalante. I think that's what it was, Escalante or something like that. And I restored it for this guy, and we stripped this car down to bare metal. It was a two-door hardtop. We strip it down to bare metal, and there's Bondo all over the roof. And then down the sail panels. And I told him, I said, dude, this car's been fixed before. And he goes, no, it hasn't. I bought that car brand new. I'm the only owner. It's never been painted. So the dealership fixed the car, sold the car to him as a brand new car, and went down the road. So what do you think this guy did 15 years later or 12 years later, 13 years later, after he goes over to the dealership and tells him he's going to sue him because the car he bought wasn't brand new, that it was a used car. Yeah, good luck on that. Mopar Nut says, I have never had or bought a brand new car in my life. Well, I wish I could say the same thing, but I used to trade my trucks in every 2 years. Not anymore. No, I'm not paying $100,000. We got Bernie, Godfather Customs. How you doing, Bernie? I saw on Facebook where Bernie is on a ship, I guess, on a cruise somewhere. And I think it was a 19-story cruise ship. 19 stories? Cruise ship? That's fucking insane. How many people are on this ship with 19 floors? Willie Fix It says, hey, Pete, all my vehicles are old enough to buy beer. Ice Wolf Ford Juno. I purchased a certified used car that was repainted. Yeah. So the lady, then the lady says, I can't see out of my windshield. I said, pull your car in. And she's going like a mile or two an hour and pull it in. She goes, I don't know what's wrong, but I can't see out of this windshield. I said, it's because somebody put limo black window tint on your windshield. You can't even see inside the car. She says, is that what it is? There's window tinting on the front windshield? And I said, yes, that's against the law. I'm surprised you haven't got a ticket for it. She goes, I can't even see out of the side windows. It's black. At nighttime, I can barely see the road. That's probably why you hit the deer. So she asked me, she says, when I bring my car over, next week, can you go ahead and take that window tint out? I said, well, I can do that, but it's a big job because when you pull it off, it leaves all the sticky stuff on and you got to take all the goo off, but we'll get it done for you. So we'll be watching that video series pretty soon. We got one of our buddies out there from Detroit, Michigan. We got Buzz Jones. How you doing, Buzz? Buzz Jones used to call me about every other week. We used to have a nice conversation. I actually met him in person. He's a beautiful person, nice guy, awesome dude. He took us over to the Packard plant, the abandoned Packard plant, and then we ended up in this abandoned church. And I want to say thank you to Buzz Jones, because I guess he has a permit to carry a gun, and it's not a little gun, it's a big giant gun. And when we went in this abandoned church, he said that he was going to stand guard at the door for us and make sure that we were protected. So thank you very much, Buzz, for being our bodyguard when we went out into the bad streets of Detroit, Michigan, and you were our hero to make sure and protect us that we didn't get fucked with by all the trash, drug dealers, and trouble. Thank you very much, Buzz. And maybe one day we will post those videos. I don't know when we're going to do it. But Buzz Jones has a car that he's been working on for 45 years. When I was there, I think he had 27 years in it, or 36 years, and it was already painted, and he was toying around with the engine compartment. So it should be up to about 49 years or 53 years that he's been working on that thing, and maybe one day he might get his Barracuda done, maybe. He also is an awesome cook. He goes out hunting deer and makes deer jerky and deer stew and just all kinds of deer shit. He's a deer connoisseur, and yeah, beef jerky, deer jerky. Hell, for all I know, he tans his own fucking deer skins. I don't know. But speaking of body work and getting her done, Buzz, one of these days you'll be able to drive that thing to Moab and we'll make a video of it. One thing, 35 years. There you go. He's been on it for 35 fucking years. Can anybody beat that year? Can anybody beat that? Can somebody come up and say, I've been working on my car longer than 35 years? Speaking of working on cars, everybody knows the story about this over here behind me. And we ended up having to get it blasted. Our buddy in town here, Sandblaster Steve, he wet blasted it and got rid of everything on it, took it all down to bare metal and bare fiberglass. It took him about 7 hours to do the whole job. Did an awesome job on it. We're going to look at it. The product that was in question was the Optex shit, the Optex crap, and it screwed my whole car up. I had to have it blasted. There was no way out of it. But we can look at this thing two ways. We can say that the corporation sucks and fuck off, and I want you to pay me all the money you owe me, which they will never do. And let me go ahead and tell you why they won't do this. Because if they paid me off, then that means every Tom, Dick, and Harry that called them on the phone and said something fucked up, they would have to follow through and do the same thing for them. So the corporation will never take care of you, all right? Maybe once in a million to one chance they might, but the corporation will never take care of you. Now, I will say this. the body shop supply store that I bought my supplies from to work on that car are going to help me out. We're going to go over there. We're going to make a video on Monday. It's going to be a beautiful video. We're going to do some advertising for them. And they are going to refund me for the product that went bad on me. They feel very bad about it. They feel responsible. I don't know why. They didn't make the stuff. But Elgin and Doug, I believe his name's Eldon or Elgin. We're going to meet him when we go over there. And if you're in the Western Slope, Colorado, Utah area, you're going to want to watch this video because these guys are awesome and they sell some good products and they got awesome prices as well. It's going to be my, between the store in where I get my PPG supplies and them, it's going to be right in there with them. We also buy supplies from a store out in St. George, Utah that delivers to my shop, and I want to say hi to them guys. They're awesome guys too because they drive all the way out here from St. George to deliver PPG products to my shop. And St. George is a long ways. So the guys at that store, thank you very much if you're watching this video. I appreciate that. But we're going to go over to the store in Grand Junction on Monday. And we're possibly going to do a live video. It all depends on the Wi-Fi connection. And we're going to get a good talk with them guys. We're going to show you what they're selling, what they can do for you, and talk about their products and shake a hand, make a friend, and tell them thank you very much for the refund on the shit that fucked my car up. Let's go look at that car and check it out. So last night, before I went to bed, I set a goal, and I said, I am going to do all the body work to this car today. It will be done. The body work will be done on the car. No ifs, ands, or buts. If I got to work till midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I will do all the body work. First of all, we'll start out with this. I took the car over to Sam Blaster Steve's house on Monday. It took all day long to tape the car off so he can blast it with cardboard. And you can see the cardboard over here. So I had to cut out templates for the windows and the front end and back and everywhere else. And it took all day to do that. So he started on at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And he went ahead and blasted the front end first with walnut shells. And I will go ahead and tell you that that will be the last blast job that this front end will be able to take. You can see that all the gel coat is almost gone on it from blasting it twice in 1 month. And we actually had to do more body work to it right here and over here that wasn't there before. But we were able to blast it and save it instead of me buying a new one for $600 plus $250 shipping. And I actually thought I was going to have to do that. So that actually took almost 2 full days to do all the meticulous body work to this. And if you look real close, you can see all the pinholes. Pinholes galore. All the white stuff you see on there is pinholes. All that white stuff you see is pinholes that I had to fill in and then do the body work that you see. So that was a 2-day job. Then I decided, you know what? I need to get on the car. And like I said, we can actually look at this as a godsending that says this was probably the best thing that could have happened to it is blasting it. Because the Bondo that's on here, this door, before we blasted, this door was solid Bondo. Solid Bondo. The roof, all right, that was solid Bondo. Solid Bondo, okay? If we look over here, all right, the driver's door was semi-solid and the rear quarter panel was semi-solid on this side, okay? So from stripping it down and redoing all the body work, I probably got about 1/3 of the Bondo on it that was on it before. Now, this corner here was wrecked and totaled out. So that was about the same as it was before. But we got the bodywork in excellent condition. And what I'm going to do, the next step, is I'm going to go ahead and put super build on the roof. And we're not using the optics shit. We're just going to use regular super build. And then on the sides of the car, we're going to put feather filled G2. And then we should be able to block that thing down and get it painted. So, of course, we'll use the G2 on the front end too. But this is a real deal, guys. I set my mind to doing something, and I got up early this morning, and I actually started on this around 6 o'clock in the morning, and I just finished all the body work and cleaning my shop out and doing everything I need to do about 30 minutes before I went live. If you want to get shit done in life and you don't want to work on your car for 35 years, and I'm not cutting Buzz down, I'm sure that's his hobby. I'm just saying, if you don't want to do something for 35 years and you want to get shit done, get off your ass and do it. Set the goal that you need to set to get it done, all right? So we are now actually done, all right? We climbed that big hill, and we are now, once we get it primed, I mean, it's pretty much downhill from there. So hopefully it's going to be a nice, beautiful car when it's done. So we were supposed to have this coffee and car things this morning with my friend Pete, but we didn't do it because I decided, you know what, I can't break my promise to myself. I got to get it done. We got a couple of cars in. We got one car in. We got a Nova that we're going to be working on. That's going to be exciting. I actually put the Mustang is in my paint booth right now because that's done. We're done with it. I'm not doing anything else to it. When the owner gets it, if he wants to wax and polish it after I already did it, because I'm sure it's going to need that at least from the traveling that's going to go through, then he can do all that and then finish the car out at home. My main goal right now is to get on the Camaro and get that painted and get that done. But when I get a collision job in, I have to do that because that's easy money. And that is why these body shops will only do insurance jobs. Because in this part of the country where I'm at, they don't have estimators out here. All right? You write an estimate up and you give it to the insurance company with pictures. And I would say probably 8 out of 10 times they will agree with you and just pay you. So these body shops in this area pretty much have the run of the rampant of charging whatever the fuck they want, and they can make whatever money they want and pick and choose and say, I'm not making enough. The insurance company doesn't want to pay me. Fuck off. I got 10 other jobs in line. Whereas my friend Pete will bring the person in that doesn't have insurance and say, let's fix your car, ma'am. This lady's actually homeless. She came down here to Moab to get a job from Washington like a lot of people do. She has 2 kids that are approximately 13 or 14 years old. And to me, it looked like they were living in her car. She said she's going to have to stay in a hotel until her car's done. And she plans on working her way to Florida. She came here to get a job and found out that that's total bullshit. You know, it's not what you think. The pretty picture of the canyons and the mountains and all the fun stuff to do ain't there. And I seen a lot of people come here when I was doing U-Haul. They would come here and all excited, and a month or 2 later, they're hauling ass and leaving because they can't do it. I guess I'm lucky that I made it here. I don't know. I can't say luck because there's really nothing about the luck. It's either God helping me or just working my ass off and getting my ass here. So, yeah. But we're going to help her get her car fixed and get her done and do it right for her. I'm saving her a lot of money. We're only going to do... Okay, hold on. Godfather Coach says, I hate insurance jobs. They only pay $45 per hour. Not worth my time. Damn, where the fuck are you at, dude? They're paying $78 an hour, flag hour out here. They're paying $120 mechanic labor. They're paying $55 for paint supplies. Jeez, that's unbelievable. But then on the other hand, I did have a white truck here that I did for a guy, and the insurance company said, we don't give a shit if you fix it or not. Have them take it to Phoenix, Arizona. We could get it fixed there cheaper anyway. Wow, that's crazy. $45, that's like, you better check into that, Bernie, because $45 a flag hour, that is, that's like 19, that's like 2005 fucking rate. I mean, even in Dallas, they pay a lot more than $45 a flag hour, dude. You better check into that and call around some other shops, buddy. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. I'm going to have to make it short tonight. I'm dog-ass tired. I got Bondo in my mouth. I got it in my eyes. I got it in my nose. I got to take a shower. I got to get ready for church tomorrow. And I got to eat dinner. I hope everybody out there has a great time. I hope that you turn out to be a situation that says, I get her done, do it right all the time. James says 45 is nothing. Ferrari charges $3.50 an hour for mechanic hour labor. Corey McCauley says, what's up, Pete? Indiana here. I use Wanda paint. Feather fill has a strong odor. Wear a mask. I charge $65 an hour. Okay. Wanda paint's actually pretty good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you know, another scam is with this fucking paint, these paint stores they're trying to scam on you, is they want to sell you paint that's already mixed. I mean, I don't know how it is in Florida or Texas, but around here, if you buy a quart of paint, they ask you, do you want that mixed? Well, fuck no, I don't want that mixed. I know how to put my own reducer in my paint. I want a full quart of fucking, if I'm going to pay $200 for a quart of paint, I want a full quart of paint. I don't want 1 pint of paint and 1 pint of fucking reducer. Leave a comment, okay, if that's how they're doing it where you're at. That's total bullshit. I've never even heard of that until I came here. Hell no, I don't want it mixed. What the fuck? So we hope Bernie, Godfather Guy Bernie, I hope he checks that out, because I think you're getting screwed, dude. You need to call the insurance companies on that one, buddy. Yeah, pain is crazy. Corey says pain is crazy. Have a great weekend, Pete, from Mike Love. Get yourself a Hot Pocket. You've earned it. Yeah. We don't eat Hot Pockets, Mr. B. I'm sorry, bro. Anybody that doesn't know what a Hot Pocket is, Hot Pocket is a sandwich it's a frozen sandwich that you put in the microwave and eat. Those things are kind of nasty, guy. I'd have to get something else that I earned more than a Hot Pocket. All right, we got to go. Take it easy, and the big job is done, guys. You see it back there? Money Pit has a smile on his face. If I turn the key on, he would start talking to us. We don't want him to talk because he's a loudmouth. But he's actually happy that I stripped him down. Even though I'm the one spending the money on him, not him. He ain't spending shit. And anybody interested in art, I'd really appreciate that. I'm not begging you or asking you in a meanful or sorrowful way. I am self-employed, okay? And that's how I make a living. Just like an artist would I'm tired, guys. I've been up since like 3:30 this morning. Just like artists go to art galleries and put their pictures up, you know, I got to sell my shit too. So if you're interested in my artwork, you know, give my friend Pete a call because I sure would love to sell you something. Because I'm not done with Money Pit. All right? Not until the transmission and the motor are overhauled. When those are overhauled, then we're close. Then we're close. But after I get it painted, that's the next big job, is to overhaul the engine. And hopefully, cross my fingers, by that time, I will have sold enough artwork to rebuild the tranny at the same time. Okay, Timothy Simple's making my friend Pete tired. He says, night, Pete, rest well. Made me yawn on that. Missy Laura, longtime viewer, you should try selling magic sand. You get plenty of it outside for free. Evelyn Rodriguez says, my friend Pete is worth $4.99. Thank you very much, Evelyn. That'll pay for the hot water for me to take a nice hot shower tonight. Have a great night, folks. Okay, Resto guy's leaving. And so is my friend Pete. Good night to one of the last men, last real men. I don't know about all that. I'm just a guy that stands up for myself and speaks loud so everybody can hear me. And I think that's what you need to do. You need to get off your asses. You need to stand up, speak for yourself, quit hiding behind the TV and watching the fucking news. Get out there and make some fucking noise and let people know who you are and what you're all up to. If I had 1 million motherfucking people behind me, believe me, the country would be different. But now, you know, back in the day, it would take 10 or 20, 30,000. Now it's going to take 1 million, 2 million. I heard, now this might be fake news, but I heard there's 70,000 truck drivers headed to the border. Now, I started thinking this over in reality, thinking 70,000 truck drivers. That's 70,000. Okay? That's a lot of fucking people that would have to be owner-operators, because if you worked for a company as a company driver, they would probably fire you if you took their truck down there to the border with 70,000 other trucks. So, I don't know if that's true news. I think that might be fake. Okay? That might be fake news. We got Philip Medina that says, my friend Pete's worth $19.99. That will buy Sammy Salami a McDonald's hamburger, a small fry, and a tall boy Schlitz malt liquor. Thank you very much. We'll make sure he gets that. I'm going to let everybody go. Texas will do nothing like they always do. Texas is doing a lot, Blue Flyer. I don't know what news you've been watching, but Texas has shut the borders down, my friend. You need to get on the real news and read up. I got to go. Take it easy. My friend Pete, your friend Pete right here, talking to James Gordon saying truckers over the road is in the gutter now. You damn right it is. My buddy Blinky owns his own truck. Do you know where his truck is? It's parked in his fucking driveway at his house because he makes more money driving for the man. They are pushing owner-operators out the door. They are not giving owner-operators the same pay that they are giving the big corporation. Do you believe that shit? It's disgusting, man. It is disgusting. Disgusting. Okay, we got to go. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you later. And we might do a live video tomorrow. I don't know. But if we do, please watch it. And always remember to thumbs up my videos. What's a good brand of paint for $1? I'm going to be honest with you, Tony. The best paint that I've used, and I've been using it for many, many years, is the Shopline JBP Pro. Okay? And if anybody comes on here and says that's just like Omni, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. No, it's not. Shopline JBP is one step down from Deltron. All right? There's a guy out there, his name is All Paint HQ, and I'm thinking about trying out his product. He's an online shop, and if I do that, I am going to make a detailed video of it, and there's a lot of people that claim that his products are really good, so we're going to find out. My friend Pete, your friend Pete right here, getting shit done because I set goals, and I stick with my fucking goals to do what I tell myself to do. Whether it takes 37 hours or 12 hours, I get her done. We'll see you later. That's some good primer. You ought to buy some.